Hey, bonjour! Today I want to tackle a really big issue for all artists. It's the art block. Did you encounter one? Maybe you're lucky enough and you never did. But if you have, you know how hard it is to get back on track. To get back to painting, drawing, whatever is your favorite medium. So you have different ways you can tackle this issue. First one is just to sit and wait. Well, it can take quite a long time. The other way to do it is art challenge. So you enter an art challenge somewhere on Instagram or somewhere else and you try to follow along. Personally, I begin and I stop about a couple of days because, well, I have something else to do. Another idea is to take all your art supplies, and I'm quite sure you have some, and you make 3 lists. And this is what I did. First list is what I will call the filler, meaning the things with which you can do something large. So for me, this is all I have. Next is a list with all that is suitable for mark making. So colored pencils, pens, oil pastels, whatever. And third list is the tools. I found out some tools I never used before, and you know what I'm going to do, right? Creativity is existing only when you have constraints. Let's say I tell you, paint something. All right, it's so overwhelming, you don't know what to do. If I say paint a portrait, this is more specific and you will begin to think about it. And if I say paint a portrait in a certain amount of time with a certain tool, then your creativity is really popping out. This is why I'm gonna pull one in each pile and make something from it. And I add another constraint is this little sketchbook. It's a hardcover, cardboard, a little envelope, and a lot of heavy paper. This is actually a wonderful sketchbook that I bought at Action. This costs only €2. I can still believe it. So it's time to use it, and I want to keep it for this roulette challenge. This is how I decided to call it. And today is the first video of the roulette challenge. So bear with me, play with me, let me know if you are using this tip to tackle your art block. Let's pull a paper in each one. I'm not looking, I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at my hand. Get one. No, I'm not looking. Get 2. Just make sure this is a 3 different. And what is it? A sponge, Indian ink, and alcohol markers. Why not? So I grab everything and we'll do something together. So this is my image I have chosen for this painting, drawing, I don't know how to call it. Let's say art. I have traced my drawing here. I keep my reference image aside. By the way, I have a complete class for making portraits with alcohol markers. I've made just the face. Before going further and adjusting the values, I want to grab some Indian ink. This is black. I want to make the hair with it and use my sponge, so I will drop a lot, and always close it. And this is the cap for yogurt. So I had sponge in my list, and let's see how it goes. Maybe making the hair with the sponge is a good idea. And actually, it is a good idea. And you know what? I would have never thought about it if it was not for this challenge. That's a fail. Okay, I think she will go with a large hair. Anyway, because I love big hairs. Turning my sponge. Maybe what I could do is protect this to avoid what I did on the forehead. That's a shame. I will have to fix this. I can go with my sponge. Actually, I think it's a great way to make fuzzy hair by turning your sponge. Okay, good to know. Washi tape is working fine on this, but I need to fix this problem. So I think it's time to go back with my darker shades here. And I don't like this curve as well. So I think my challenge will change a bit. It will be to use at least the 3 things in the list, but it can be more because I feel like I could use something opaque here. It's too bad for this, so I will add some Posca paint. You know what? What I would say is that this challenge is just a way to refill your creative juice. So there is no need to think too hard. Just have fun. Well, don't like that much. Cover this with ink. And I decide that this sketchbook is just for experiment. Some of my sketchbooks are more for final art, but this one will be just fun, pure fun. Good point to leave the white of the paper, but I feel she needs to be more more defined. So there is 2 things I could do now is wash my hair. Okay, use a strong color different from the rest of it, like this turquoise. That would be great, or something more like the rest of it. So this paper is not ideal for Posca. You have to rub gently and grab a pen, a brush, and dilute this. Just to integrate the shape of the hair inside the background. Okay, I let this dry and I'll be back on top of it later. But she's better. You see, the line here is much better. And actually, I don't feel I want to do something here. Maybe dilute some Indian ink. That's interesting to see that you can go on top of the Posca pen with Indian ink. So light touch, very, very light touch. Yeah. Well, I think for the first one in the roulette challenge. It's not bad. And let me know in comments if it's helpful and did it give you a lot of ideas. I'm really eager to know. Thanks. And stay tuned for another roulette challenge with 3 different things. And I want to fill this sketchbook. It has a lot of pages, so expect a lot of videos. See you soon. Bye bye. Au revoir.